देख रहे हैं लीड इंडिया टीवी न्यूज। सुबह से अब तक की खास खबरें न्यूज अपडेट में। कार जय हिंद, आप देख रहे हैं लीड इंडिया टीवी न्यूज। आइए आज हमारी विशेष रिपोर्ट मुंबई से आपका साहिल श्रीवास्तव। भारत अफ्रीका व्यापार परिषद ने 13 मई को मुंबई में एक व्यापार सम्मेलन का आयोजन सहारा होटल स्टार में किया गया। मलावी गणराज्य के उच्चायुक्त महामहिम लियोनार्ड सेंजा मेंगजी इंडिया कमेसा कॉन्फ्रेंस 2023 में मुख्य अतिथि के रूप में उपस्थित रहे। इस कार्यक्रम में उपस्थित अन्य अतिथियों में मलावी गणराज्य की प्रथम सचिव श्रीमती डोनाटा चिनसोंगा व्यापार के साथ साथ भारतीय आर्थिक व्यापार संगठन के अध्यक्ष डॉक्टर आसिफ इकबाल भी शामिल हैं। कॉमेसा के ट्रेड कमिश्नर चेतना इलपते और डिप्टी डायरेक्टर वसुंधरा नटे। सम्मेलन में आम जनता के अलावा उद्योगपति, व्यापारी, कारोबारी, कॉर्पोरेट घराने और उनके प्रतिनिधियों ने अच्छी तरह से भाग लिया। कार्यक्रम में वक्ताओं ने मलावी गणराज्य में निवेश और व्यापार के अवसरों के बारे में बहुत उपयोगी अंतर्दृष्टिता दी। वक्ताओं ने भारतीय कारोबारियों को भी मलावी के आर्थिक विकास में भाग लेने और महत्वपूर्ण भूमिका निभाने के लिए प्रोत्साहित किया और आमंत्रित किया। मलावी के उच्चायुक्त श्री लियोनार्ड सेंजा मेंगजी और अन्य प्रतिष्ठित वक्ताओं ने मलावी सरकार से सहयोग और मदद करने का आश्वासन दिया। उन्होंने बुनियादी ढांचे के विकास, कृषि, खाद्य प्रसंस्करण, सूचना प्रौद्योगिकी और नेटवर्किंग, सुरक्षा, स्वास्थ्य देखभाल, शिक्षा और अन्य क्षेत्रों के लिए सभी प्रकार की सुविधाएं प्रदान करने का भी संकल्प दोहराया। विशेष अतिथि के रूप में शेख हमदान बिन खलीफा अल नहायन, कार्यकारी निदेशक जुल्फिकार घड़ियाली जाकिर हुसैन, सहयोग के अंतर्राष्ट्रीय निदेशक श्री मोहित श्रीवास्तव, भारतीय आर्थिक व्यापार संगठन आसिफ ए डालवाल, डीएन ऑटोमोटिव प्राइवेट लिमिटेड के निदेशक, धनराज फाउंडेशन के अध्यक्ष और प्रबंध निदेशक दीपक बाधवा, संहिता सरेश्वरी सम्मेलन में अंतर्राष्ट्रीय लोग भी शामिल हुए। इस कार्यक्रम में लीड इंडिया टीवी न्यूज एंड फिल्म प्रोडक्शन के अध्यक्ष व संस्थापक साहिल वी श्रीवास्तव भी उपस्थित रहे। इसी के साथ आज की हमारी स्पेशल रिपोर्ट यही खत्म होती है। फिर कल मिलेंगे आपको नई स्पेशल रिपोर्ट के साथ में। जय हिंद।
You fly about 4-5 hours. You are into my capital, Lilongwe. This is the central part. It's right there. So, basically, we are a unique country because we have been maybe the only country that have never expected any war in that region. People, I grew up without knowing how a gun looks like. It's the modern age that people now have started bringing guns and registering, but we grew up in the 60s, 64 independence, but the country has been the same. Hibernating under peace. So that's why business will always thrive, because where there is peace, businesses thrive. And I just wanted to start like that. So I'll have my presentation, Malawi, just a brief, this one I've mentioned, and the business relationship with India, so that you should be able to understand that we are not different at all. What makes us different is that we have developed from there, that where we are now to where you are now. If you are talking of poverty, it's there in Africa, in Malawi. But I also see it here. But you are lucky because you have a huge market among yourselves. And you have moved out because you are unique. Knowledge, technology, mechanization, industrialization, and that's what you are. And we need that side, so that the so-called digital divide and reliance on the other side, they call it the West, the developed, as they call us the least developed. We are not least developed, because whatever is being used, that side, comes from us. They only polish it and send it back to us, and then make dollars out of us, and then the status quo remains. So we need to graduate from there. And I'll mention about the business climate, key sectors, and some takeaways that we need to share. So we are a republic. Independence in 1964, popularly because of being peaceful and kind people. We call ourselves the home heart of Africa. Malawians, if you look at a Malawian, even if you meet somewhere, you know, friendly people, kind, no crookedness in business. So you can actually see from me, if you meet me, we will discuss business. Why? I got knowledge, being trained. Somewhere, someone, certain governments in the West sponsored me to study in Canada and UK. That's why I'm able to come here and speak this English that you are seeing. And I'm able to negotiate for my country, mutual working relations, and be able to understand the world and how business should be dealt with. And I know that we are also unique because our cultures are the same. The way that I would negotiate here is the same way I would do it in my country. But I would change if I go to Japan, because we are a family. We believe in having people around you. If you are a business and people are money, isn't it? If you go to a country, you don't see people, how are you going to make money? So strategically, we are located in East Africa, and basically our economy is agricultural based. But we are endowed with a lot of natural resources, such as gold, uranium, coal, limestone, phosphates, bauxite, kaolite, rare earths that you would find in this unhidden, unexploited land. You see them there clearly explained. Population is around 22 million. Very few, less than Mumbai, Delhi, where I live. So I find here that we're quite a populous state, but I think you have an added advantage because people is money. This is what I've discovered. World Population Ranking 35, population growth rate is 2.6%, but the population is mainly in the rural areas. We are still coming up to build towns and maybe cities, but in your view they can't be called cities, but for us they are cities. Official language is English, and I think we are very comfortable to speak and negotiate in English because the population can do that. So if you invest in my country, you find a working labor force that is able to understand you and speak to you quite well, maybe more than what I see in Delhi. I have to sometimes use my sign language on the street. But there, you'll be able to find the most basic education from primary school, that people will be able to express themselves and guide you and receive and guide you where to go and not to go. Basically, we are a Christian nation, but liberal in faith. Muslims are there. I know Hinduism is there, and other faiths. The currency is called the Malawi kwacha, and I think it's around 1,000 and something to $1. It used to be 1 in 1971. More or less the pound sterling was also the same. So you see, when you liberalize the economy, what the market forces can say, they can do. They will bring you down to your level. But is this the real sense? I don't think so. So that's what I wanted to say in brief about geography and democratic highlights. Politics, whether we like it or not, are a force in any state or governance system. We need to be properly governed, led by proper people, and there should be a system to follow. That's why business will thrive if there are laws and people who can be able to guide others. So, as you are aware, democracy, though we have inherited it, is a measuring indicator of what the country is all about. So we have a presidential representative democratic republic, because the president there is elected by the people. He is not ceremonial, he is not a monarch, but he does represent as the head of state and also head of government. So you find that there is parliament, but many ministers, some of them, most of them are appointed to be cabinet. So they double, both being representatives as parliamentarians, but they also serve in cabinet. Although those who are also business people, they are appointed by the president. They can be ministers and be part of the system as well. So currently we have 193 members of parliament, but the law has been changed. We have elections. Our next elections will be in 2025. So the law has been changed and amended. We'll be having 210 members of parliament, and it's a unicameral system. There is only the lower parliament. There isn't an upper one. So the Senate is not there. It was repealed because democracy in Malawi came in 1994 after 31 years rule of the first president. For a country, you require to have a robust economy, and the economy that its growth has to be seen to be growing. You can actually see that so many things have happened, but if you are coming from a small agricultural-based country, COVID did the harm. We have the Ukraine crisis now, and we used to import fertilizers and other agricultural things from Ukraine. So you can imagine now we are failing to get those ones. So the market is scarce of the fertilizers. So if you're an agricultural economy, definitely you will not do well. So there is that impact. But still, according to the GDP growth rate as recorded in 2022, it grew 6.2%. Still significant, still I can say persevering, but we are yet to do much more better when situations arise. Unfortunately, we have had also the weather pattern, the impact from cyclone hammering us left and right. These cyclones come from far. The recent one was in March. Then they call it Cyclone Fred. And it came from Australia, went through the Indian Ocean, hit Mozambique, our neighbor, and it hammered Malawi. Huge devastation. The southern part of it, of the country, has never seen anything. Those who are even 100 years old, they are saying they've never seen anything like that. Washing away rain for 4 or 5 days, washing away infrastructure, bridges, roads, people's houses. So we have lost a lot of people. In fact, when I saw the pictures as an ambassador here, I couldn't believe it's happening in our country. So this is a huge impact. Earlier on, we had Cyclone Anna and Cyclone Comesa, which washed away our hydro stations. Similar thing. So this has got a negative impact. But
भोजपुरी भाषा, संस्कृति व साहित्य का धरोहर भोजपुरी.live OTT डिजिटल प्लेटफॉर्म, जहां मिली भोजपुरी दावत भोजपुरी.live।
खबर हो जो सही रास्ता दिखाए,
वो नहीं जो अनदेखी अनसुनी हो।
खबर हो जो हकायत पर मबनी हो,
खबर वो जो निकलकर सामने आए,
वो नहीं जो सनसनी फैलाए, वो नहीं जो आपकी सोच गुमराह कर दे।
हर छोटी बड़ी खबर पर नजर, इसका ताल्लुक आपसे।
वो नहीं जो महज बड़े बोल हो, खबर हो जो शऊर को उजागर करे।
आप देख रहे हैं लीड इंडिया टीवी न्यूज।